Hey gang, welcome back to my channel. I'm that doll guy, and it is another dreary weekend in Michigan. But I had a little time to play, and I've been wanting to show you guys my newest one-of-a-kind customs. Again, just my disclaimer, I'm a beginner, but I wanted to show you my newest little set that I did with the help of some of my friends who collaborated with me. I love Catwoman. That's not a big surprise. So I want to show you my newest Catwoman, the Golden Age 1940s version of Selina Kyle, along with three of the henchmen that I just created from my imagination, inspired by the three henchmen from the 1960s Batman TV show. So let's just kind of dive right in. This won't be a long video. None of mine are very long because I don't do a whole lot as far as fancy stuff. But I just wanted to kind of show you, for those who are interested, my one-of-a-kind customs that I did. This is just a diorama I had made. This is my very first diorama I ever made. So you can tell it's kind of it's showing its age. I've used it a ton. It's supposed to be just a gothic kind of room, but it can also be a castle. It could be an old mansion. I don't know. So anyway, so let's just kind of dive in. Let's start with the focal point. My Selina Kyle Golden Age 1940s custom Catwoman with, I have to say, costume made by Tania Lawrence, my friend. You can find her on Facebook. You can find her on Instagram. She handmade this satin 1940s Catwoman costume for me with the belt, the gloves, the cape, she just does a marvelous job. I can't thank her enough. It's just, she's amazing. She does a lot of my costumes for my one-of-a-kind customs now, so. Excuse me. The mask that I use was from the 2004 Pink Label, no, that's wrong, limited edition Catwoman, put on the 2012 Pink Label Catwoman. Excuse me. Yeah, because this gloomy weather just making me sound gross. Anyway, so what I did was, this gal, obviously she has a reroute because she came as the original Julie Newmar brunette. I made her the original Selina Kyle Raven. So what I did was I ripped out her hair and I only partially rooted her. I only rooted her from the top 2/3 of her head and the back and the sides because her cowl would not have fit otherwise. Because her head shape's just a little bit, I think this one's just a little bit different shaped or something. So she's only halfway rooted. So I'm going to show you, but first I have to show you the costume again before I give her a spin. Look at that slit in the leg. So awesome. So fantastic. Such a great look. It just exudes what I think a doll version of the 1940s Catwoman would be. So let's do a little 360. So as you can see, she's only partially rooted, but you can't tell. With black, and then I kind of just gave her like a boil perm with hairpins to kind of roll it up to give it that 1940s flip. My cowl, those 2004 limited edition Catwoman, if any of you have bought them, I've bought several, they all peel. So the shiny finish on their cowls and their cat suits all peel away to have some kind of meshy fabric underneath. So I did my best. I mean, in photos you can't really tell, but I did use fabric paint and acrylic to repaint the cowl purple and her face mask a glossy black, which I also sealed in a satin sealer so it wouldn't peel or break or anything like that, because these things are very fragile. I also used a little bit of vinyl glue and let it dry on the inside of her cowl, just because the straps and the face mask below the eyes are very thin and fragile. So I like to preserve these as long as I can. So I have this thing sealed and reinforced so it can't break, can't snap, can't dry out, do all the things that Mattel clothing do over time. So this is her, and this is her cape. She has a snap enclosure for the back. The boots are from the 2012 Pink Label Catwoman, but I painted them a metallic purple, and I sealed them with, I think, high gloss Mod Podge. I was trying to kind of match the satiny look of this fabric with the cowl, which is almost too shiny, and her boots, but I'm more than happy with it. I'm more than okay with it. I think she's cute. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I also worked on creating 3 henchmen for her. I still have to name them. They're gonna get names. If you wanna see what the names will end up being, check me out on my Instagram at the real that doll guy. And you'll see my photo shoots that I've done that I'll be posting there later today. So what I did was, obviously, I don't want to put, I mean, I'm poor, so I still like to budget. So these are just those, either a $5, those swimsuit basic Kens, or they are the Be Anything soccer guys. Like, he's a soccer guy, he's a soccer guy, and then that's one of the $5 basic Kens with a swimsuit. So I didn't invest too much money in them. They're just kind of props, so they don't have to be too actiony. Her, just because I like, excuse me, I like, you know, how the costumes hang on a Barbie body. She has to have, like, the good bend leg. Like, most of my costumes I'm finding now, I'm liking the TNT bodies. The Pink Label Catwoman already came with a TNT body. The 2004 limited edition, she comes with a TNT body. But again, that costume just falls apart. And her body's fragile. But this gal, she looks just fantastic. Mattel did an awesome job on this 2012. Julie Newmar, loving her. Anyway, where were we? So, and I bought those, I got these tuxes on clearance. I wanted them all to be kind of matchy-matchy because they're her henchmen. Again, inspired by those 3 henchmen from the 1960s Batman TV show. But what I did was, you know, these used to be originally white tuxes, white shirt tuxes. I just dyed them with Rit Sunshine Orange, trying to get that tiger look. I painted their hands orange, you know, I mean, not the best match, but close enough. They're supposed to look like gloves. And then I sealed those with a satin sealer. You know, maybe a matte would have been better now at the end of the day. I could always reseal with a matte and then take that shine out of there. I had to dye their shirts a couple times to get that right shade that I was looking for. I just wasn't sure. You know, I'm new to dyeing clothes, but this was my first kind of attempt. And then I had watched a YouTube tutorial on how to hand draw tiger stripes. So I got some fine-tipped fabric black markers, paint markers, yeah, fabric paint markers, fine-tip black. And I just kind of watched the tutorial and did these by hand on each shirt to kind of give them that tiger kind of look. And these cute masks I found by, see if I can get it to focus. Oh, so cute. These were made by BigSkyEmbroidery on Etsy. So you can find there's a variety of masks from frogs and bunny rabbits to tigers to all kinds of things. And they're cute, and they have a little 1/4-inch elastic band on the back. I did have to dye these a few times, also in the red dye, to try to get them to match because they're a little bit lighter orange than the shirts. So you're going to see just a myriad of orange colors here. You know, they're not perfect, but you know, they're good enough for me. They're good enough for my adventures, and certainly they're good enough for Catwoman. So, yeah, so I dyed them several times. It took a little bit of dye to get these masks to match as well as they did. Maybe the Rit Dye More in an orange would have been maybe better for this material. I tried the soap and the dish soap and the dye to get it to stick, but I found that the vinegar addition worked better to kind of get more color into these masks. But anyway, so they're the henchmen. Like I said, still got to name them. Just a few, just little diorama pieces I threw together just to kind of introduce this beautiful, beautiful costume by Tania Lawrence. And of course, this is her kitty cat, he cat from the 1940s TV show. Look at that cute shot of those boots. I'm just, you know, I usually don't compliment myself much, but I feel like I really like my vision here. I really like where I was going with it. I'm not sure, you know, except from Tanya's beautiful costume, I'm not sure if I execute it perfectly, but, you know, I'm kind of getting there, and I just think it's cute, and it suits my purposes. Can't find my words today. So I'm just babbling, just showing off this costume, because really, the star of the show is this fantastic costume, this 1940s inspired Golden Age Catwoman costume by Tania Lawrence. Look her up. If you're a doll collector that does customs, one of a kinds, she does everything from high fashion to Barbie fashion to Playline to, obviously now she's, no thanks to me, she's kind of trying her hand at superhero costumes. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of show you this. I have a busy day ahead of me. I'm going to go to some craft stores, find some more stuff for other upcoming projects. So much going on. But I hope you guys have a great weekend. Relax, enjoy, and have a little bit of fun, and we will see you soon.